Oobledink, Oobledink, A S M R. Oobledink, 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 ASMR. Today, I'm going to be doing a little bit of rambling, a what's in my bag kind of vibe. I did actually look and I made one of these videos like 3 years ago, which is so crazy. One of the things I do love about making these ASMR videos is, and I've been doing them now, I mean, since I started like working as an adult, which was in 2020, and I do a lot of these kind of rambling things about just, oh, this is my bag and whatever. So it's just an interesting sort of document about my adult life, all these ASMR videos I've been making. So I did buy a new handbag recently. Focus on me. Which is over here. Focus, 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 focus. Which is replacing my old one, which I have over here. They are basically the same bag. The old bag, which is over here, they literally are like, they have the same compartments. The other one is just a little bit nicer and a little bit more, well, not as you know, kind of. And if you can see the strap, I mean, move my face so it focuses. Oh, no. Okay, there you go. The strap is really fucked up. And then there is also a tear over here. But yeah, this bag has served me well over the years. But I figured it was time to switch. I'm actually gonna tie my hair up because, my dudes, it is hot as fuck and I'm sweating. I'm also gonna just drink some water really quickly. Okay, so my new bag is very similar to the old one. It just has a little bit of a nicer like buttoning detail over here. Same thing with like there's a middle component. I don't know if you can see. Let me undo this really quickly. So the layout is, you have kind of a middle compartment that is zipped, and then sort of the surrounding area for other stuff, and then there are like inner pockets in the middle compartment. I will say, when I bought this, I always think like, oh, my handbag, this old one now, my handbag is not that big, I don't carry a lot of stuff. And I was looking online, and I was thinking of like, oh, I'll get one of the like smaller handbags online. Thinking like, oh yeah, my handbag is kind of like this size, kind of small. And then when I actually went into the store, I realized, and this one that I got was one of the bigger handbags online. And then I was like, oh, that's way too big, that's like massive. And I didn't actually look at like the measurements and compare it to my current handbag. And now my handbag was just kind of large. They are the same size exactly, and I thought this one was so massive online. But no, it's the same size as my one. But yeah, let's get into what's actually in this bad boy. So first we have this, I don't know what, it's like an ascot thing. It's kind of like a little scarf. I had it on my old handbag as well. I just tie it around the handle here because I think it looks nice. This is just a basic black handbag. So I like having a little pops of color from this thing. I think I might have bought this specifically to have on my handbag. I've never worn it in any other way in my life. So yeah, again, just looking at it really quickly, we have a nice little gold strap tassel thing. And it has two little levels depending on how full it is. And also I did watch, I jumped through like my old video of this. I'll show a clip here just to see how I looked, crazy stuff. And I have almost exactly the same kind of things in here, but I don't know, maybe I have different thoughts on it, I don't know. But I did sort of pack it for a general kind of day trip. Um, and also, I generally carry my handbag every day when I'm going out. At least when I don't need like a laptop, which I most of the time don't. If I'm like going out for like leisurely activities, because then I'll have to pack like my backpack with my laptop in it. But for everything else, I'll just have my handbag with me. So the large compartment, we have books. So I like reading, as you might know, and I think so. I have two like books I'm reading, and then I have a just notebook. Um, so right now I have. Well, I won't always have two books. I just happen to have two books right now. We have a Clockwork Orange, which is actually, I love the cover of this. This is a printing from the 70s, I think. Let me have a look. 19. Okay, no. It looks like this is 1979, the version that I have over here. First published in 1962. So yeah, I watched the movie by Stanley Kubrick, which I really enjoyed. I've watched it a few times. And then I thought I saw this in a like secondhand bookstore a while back, and yeah, I've been really enjoying it so far. They do talk entirely in like the language. Um, how can I say? It's the first person perspective of Alex, who's the main character, and it's all in the like language of the world. If you haven't like seen any Clockwork Orange stuff, it's weird, but yeah, they have a very weird like kind of slang of this dystopian world. I've been enjoying it so far. But anyways, this is not a book haul video. This is just one of the books I happen to have. And then I do have this is from a 35mm film reel box. These things make such great bookmarks because they're colorful, they're like a nice size, and pretty much all my bookmarks are made of little pieces of those like cardboard packaging. And then the other book I have in here is Eugene Onegin by Pushkin. I believe I spoke about this in some haul at some point. Again, we have a foam box, a piece of cardboard as the bookmark. So yeah, I'll always have some kind of a book to read in case, well, sometimes I'm going out specifically to like sit at a cafe or somewhere and read, or even if I'm not planning on doing that specifically, you never know when you have like 5-10 minutes to just read. So I always have a book with me. And then we have a notebook, just a very simple black notebook in case I need to write things down. Yeah, these are like ideas. Sometimes it's just a journal. I do have I won't always bring this big notebook with. I do have let me first explain before I get the other thing. Focus on me. Because these books I like to have kind of mostly in the house, and I don't always remember to like pack them in to my bag. So I do have, here we go, I took it out already and it was on my desk. Yeah, I have this very small notebook that actually lives in my camera, that lives in my handbag at all times. And then normally I will rip a page out. That's why there's like nothing on here now. I will rip, if I have any ideas or anything, or like a journal entry, I will rip the page out of here and then paste it into one of my main notebooks. So we have those, and then we are now in the, oh actually let's finish out the outer compartments. We have my trusty water bottle, which I've had, I think, since I was in university. I think my sister got this for me. My sister, for one Christmas, I think, was it before at some year of university, my sister bought me a backpack and this water bottle for Christmas or something. And yeah, I love it. I've been using it ever since. It's so like scarred. Look at here from like where it sits on the like cup holder in my car. the line over there, and then lots of little scratches. Actually, you can't see it that much in the camera. Oh, you can see in the light. But yeah, I love it. I've never needed to replace it, and I love drinking freaking water, dude. So yeah, my water bottle always in there. Oh, that's also an important reason why. Focus on me, camera. An important reason why I need a relatively large bag is so that the water bottle can fit inside. And then last thing on the outer compartment. Just some tissues, you know. You need to blow your nose sometimes. I often, when I'm going out, will have a cup of coffee, and sometimes you spill a little drop of coffee on your clothes. You need to clean it a little bit, you know. Has happened to me many times. And then we also have at the bottom of the bag just a little sweet. This is a lozenge. I think this comes from, in my car I have a bag of like lozenges. And then usually I will sort of take a little handful and leave them in my handbag. There's little backups. And then the inner compartment now. So the inner compartment has sort of the main thing, and then there are two like pouches on the walls, sort of, which are behind, like one's behind a zip and one is open. So in the main compartment of the little compartment, we have probably the most important thing in here in terms of just my day-to-day life, my sunglasses. If it's sunny out there, I will be wearing my sunglasses, particularly when I'm driving. These are prescription sunglasses. Yeah, I love them. I got them when I got these glasses. And yeah, I'm pretty much, if I'm driving in the daytime, I am almost guaranteed to be wearing. Why is the focus struggling so much today? Always wearing my sunglasses. These are a little different. I think previously I had kind of like pseudo AV. Oh, actually, I think my sunglasses were basically this shape previously, and then I thought I'll go a little funkier. These make me feel a bit like Johnny Depp's Willy Wonka because they're a little bit round. But yeah, I love these sunglasses, and they are always in my bag. Very, very, very important. And then we have another pretty important thing, my little earpods. These are my Galaxy Buds over here. Yeah, I listen to music all the time. When I'm out, not all the time actually, when I'm out and about. Because I try to, if I'm like walking around, I try to kind of be in the world. But I do like the option to listen to music at any moment. If I'm like waiting in a line or a queue or something like that, you know. Yeah, my little Galaxy buds, whatever, the threes. These are great. I was actually very hesitant to buy these at first because they're pretty expensive. But I actually wanted to buy the Buds 2 Pro because I was against the like the stalks on these. I thought they just kind of looked weird and like unnecessary. And also I felt like they were mostly for like mics, which I never really use the microphone on my earbuds anyways. And I like the sort of in-ear, like no store kind of classic, just kind of blob-like style, which it always had. And I never really had spent that much on earbuds. But then, I think this was last year, my earbuds broke, right? And honestly, just from me, like accidentally dropping them on the floor many times over the years. And I saw there was some like Galaxy Buds 2 Pros, which were cheaper, like significantly cheaper than usual. Obviously, because the Buds 3, Buds Pro 3, Buds 3 Pro, whatever had come out. And I was like, oh dude, this is my opportunity. I'm gonna get the Buds 2 Pro. They are still like the blob shape, and they got good reviews or whatever. So I was like, hell yeah, dude, I'll order these Buds 2s, the Buds 2 Pros. um, online, and then I got them, and they were fakes. 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 And I was very disappointed. I mean, I think I found out when well, generally in hindsight, obviously, like it seemed a little sketchy. Some of the things on the packaging and whatever. But then once I started trying to use the software, it was kind of not as smooth of an experience as I would have expected from Samsung, particularly because I also have a Samsung phone, and I was like, surely they would make it be like super cool and streamlined. And then yeah, a few things tipped me off, and then they were fakes, so I sent them back. And then I bought another pair of Buds 2 Pros. Those were also fake. This time I knew by the packaging, I knew like the things to check, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna fucking give up on this mission. And then I was like looking for alternatives. I read so many reviews, watched so many reviews, and then I think at the end of the day, or like this was like over weeks that this whole saga is taking place. And maybe not weeks, maybe I think 2 weeks. Let's say 2 weeks. It does not actually really matter, but and then I was at the mall, I guess, with a friend of mine, and I was like, you know what? I use my earbuds all the time. I'm always listening to music. And there was a Samsung store, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go to the Samsung store, see how I feel about like the Buds, because obviously they only have the latest thing at the Samsung store, not like the Buds 2 Pros. Just to like guarantee that I get like real shit. I guess that's more probably from like shopping online, than like specifically not buying it from Samsung specifically. But I went to the Samsung store, and I got the Buds 3 Pro, and I've been really happy with them. These are my first like noise cancelling earphones ever, and it makes for me a major difference in the gym. I don't really use the noise cancelling any other time, but at the gym it's great because it blocks out like the shitty music they have at the gym and the sound of like metal clanging, which is really nice. And I actually now do use the microphone on these for work, because I get it like automatically goes kind of transparent when you're in a call, which is nice. I always feel a little weird when I'm talking and I can't hear my voice. Yeah, it just feels a little strange to me whenever I'm on a call. So I actually have been using like these for like video calls and stuff, and I've been liking them. Again, they were super fucking expensive, but so far the investment has been worth it. Also the gestures, so like you can swipe up or down to like increase or decrease the volume. And yeah, it has like little voice commands, so you can tell like say stop the music or play the music. I wish you had a voice command to like switch modes from like transparent to noise cancelling or whatever, but whatever. But yeah, these are my Buds. I would ramble on that for a while, but whatever. I'm sure that's the kind of thing you're into if you're watching this video. My rambling not about like tech or earbuds specifically. So yeah, there's a little light. My Buds always in my handbag. And then we have oh dude, actually my pens. So my weapon of choice for writing is a Pilot G2. I bought a box of these. I have a box of I think 30 of them in a drawer that I bought last year. One of the greatest investments that I've made, because now I have a pen at a G2, one of these, at every place where I write in my house. So like I have one here on my like creative kind of desk. I have one in the lounge on like the dining table over there. And then I have one that is always, it stays in my handbag forever. It does not move from here. And it is so nice. I never have to look for a pen. Just all the places that I would want a pen, there's a pen there. So this stays in my handbag forever. And I love writing with it. And then we have just a kind of normal big pen. This is for underlining things in books. I could also use a pencil, I guess, but I don't know. I think, as a child you should never like write in your books in pen. But now that I'm an adult, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. These are my books, and I'm gonna underline them in pen. So I think that's the only reason I do it, just because it makes me feel like, I can do whatever I want. I'm gonna underline and write notes in my, like write notes in the margins of my books in pen. Ha ha ha. So there's that. And then the most recent and final addition to my everyday carry, as one might say, is my little cloth for my glasses. I would like use a tissue for it before, because I would always like, I've had like 2 pairs of glasses now, and I think so 2 pairs of glasses, 2 pairs of sunglasses, which all came with their own little nice little cloths, which are just floating around everywhere in my apartment. And I was like, you know what, I have enough where I can have one that just lives in my bag, and then I can just very nicely, clean these bad boys off at my leisure when I am out and about. But yeah, I think let's actually pack my bag back up as we leave this video. So we'll put in the sunglasses are out of their pouch. Let me just put my sunglasses back into the pouch over here. There we go. So we'll go sunglasses in, my pins I already put back in, my little cloth, spectacle cloth, lappy as we say here in South Africa. My tissues are in there already, my little travel notebook. We have my 2 books, my water bottle, my earbuds, and my big notebook. Actually, not my big notebook. For what I'm doing tomorrow, which is Saturday, I'm not going to need my notebook. And then I will zip the middle compartment up over here and close the bag. And there we go. That was what I have in my bag right now. I hope you enjoyed. I will also say the thing I love about this bag is it has little feet, little studs on the bottom. My old bag did not have little studs, so that's just nice for when I put it down on the floor. But yeah, thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.